life lessons, not from Proverbs 31. Are there times in the Bible that you think, do you know, I wish that wasn't in the Bible? Proverbs 31 for me is one of those irritating chapters. I hate that woman. She can do absolutely no wrong. I mean, she's perfect. She's probably slim as well, which makes it even worse. So I make no apologies. I am not quoting from Proverbs 31. How many women are glad about that? Yes, I see those hands. Amen. No, I'm not going to preach anything from Proverbs 31. However, I do want to pause just for a moment, because I recognize this morning that there are women who have not come to church today because it's too tough. I recognize that there are women right here, right now, who are here by the sheer skin of your teeth. And as I've been praying and preparing, I've been very, very conscious that right at the outset I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge this. Not to slide past it, to acknowledge it. You see, it may be that you're here, you're a woman, but you're not a mother. It's not a nice day. You may be single, and you would love to have been married and had a family, but it hasn't happened. You may be married and have chosen not to have children. You may be divorced without ever having a family. You may have longed for children but been unable to conceive. You may have been pregnant but lost a child at some point in the pregnancy. You may have once had a child who's tragically died. You may have had a really bad relationship with your mother. You may still be having a really bad relationship with your mother. You may be having a terrible time with your children. Your mum may be very ill right now and you don't know her and she doesn't know you in the way you once did. Or it could be that your mum has died in this last year, or maybe a little longer. My prayer for you this morning is that God gives grace and mercy for you to simply get through today. I have an inkling, and it's only an inkling, of the strength it takes to simply not stay in bed today, because it's awesome. So thank you for being here and for showing us that sometimes it takes strength simply to turn up. But I do have something I would like to share with us all. A few thoughts that I think could help us. What I'd like to tell this young girl, some things I'd like her to know. I'd like to tell you that that was photoshopped to look sepia. It's actually a very old, badly developed, badly cared for photograph. You may not recognize her, but the eyes may give it away. That's me when I'm 16. I know I was that good looking at one point. If only she'd known what was to come, she may have run several miles. She may have been so freaked out. But I want to share with her and with you some of the things I've learned, which I hope will give her confidence that actually God has a plan. God always has a plan. Because the first thing that a mum needs to understand is the quality and importance of simply being there. There are times when you have to talk to people and you think, I didn't know what to say. But the fact that you are there is quite profound. Woody Allen once famously said, 80% of success is turning up. And you can have all the skills in the world, but if you're not there, they're of absolutely no use to you whatsoever. Mums are the ones who are there. They're often that lovely buzz phrase, the primary caregiver. What does that mean? Well, it usually means that God designed a mum to be the one to give a child the first meal. Yes? Pre-packaged, all ready, right temperature, fantastic. They are there. And mothers are the ones who will always be there, however far we try and run. Sometimes you might not want them to be there, but by golly, they will be there. Because they're the ones we turn to for help, aren't they? Even when we're grown up. I know I do. But you see, I want to just show you this morning this little girl. Anyone recognize her? Now, you've got to be of a certain age, and some of you are whispering because you don't want to admit that you're that old. This girl is Shirley Temple, the all-singing, all-dancing American sweetheart that Hollywood absolutely adored. Can I let you into a secret? That's who my mum was aiming for with me. You think I'm joking? For your information, my mother is in the congregation this morning. I'm not out to embarrass you, but I will come out with a few home truths. This is the darling my mother was trying for. This is what she got. Now, come on. I got the curls. I got the curls. Now, if my little pointer works, you probably can't see. It's very difficult when you have something on a screen and have it on the big one. But this here is a bow. Wherever I went, a bow was stuck on the top of my head. Shirley Temple. Okay. I was not singing, I can sing. I was definitely not dancing. I was into climbing and running big time. So I need you to notice a couple of things. Oh, by the way, I'm 2.5 here. I know, adorable. I know. This is the right-hand side of Evans Square, Pontypridd, South Wales. If you imagine, it went down that side, there's a road, and there's a parallel side there. So you've got your open-ended square, yes? Are you with me so far? Yeah, good. This, you may not know what it is. It's a mountain. Okay, Essex people, that's a mountain, all right? Sorry, couldn't resist it. It's actually quite beautiful. But this is what I want you to look at here. Might not look anything much to you, but it is the wall. You have to have the definite article. The wall. As a child, it was the most enormous thing in my life. It's probably about 6 foot high. Lovely wall. Why do we need a wall? Because on the other side of the wall is a railway embankment. Down the bottom is a disused railway line. Oh, what a playground. Ready-made. But of course, the National Railway Board wanted to make sure that you didn't get to the embankment, even though it was disused. So bless their hearts, this was a big wall, and this top edge here is cement, in which has been embedded bits of glass to stop you getting over. Yeah, right. Okay. What do they think cardboard is for? We would gouge out sections from the wall to make handholds, throw the cardboard over the top, try not to scrape your rear end as you go over the glass, drop down the other side with cardboard. Because on the other side is an embankment, which is a slide. Originally had grass, but of course, many children's cardboard slides had taken all the grass away. But on the other side had grown up nettle banks. You had to get this just right, because if you didn't, sensible mother that she was taught me that God created things called dock leaves. in profound profusion next to the slide. So if I got nettle rash, find a dock leaf, rub it in. Obviously, eventually the dock leaves ran out because we did it so often. And this wonderful road down here is made from tar macadam. And if you're a child that runs and doesn't walk, you get little bits of tarmac in your knees. And you pick them out when you scrape, having, of course, washed as much of the blood off as you can first. And you pick them. So I was either with no skin on my knees or nettle rash. So what does my mother put me in? A dress. I ask you. I think she took the understanding that, of course, skin heals. You have to buy trousers and patches so my skin would heal. But who was it I went to? My mum. She must have got fed up with no skin on my knees and with nettle rash and with all the other things I got up to. You might not think it now, but I was really into climbing, loved to climb, forever going up, catching things, coming down. Didn't matter 2 hoots, that's what I loved to do. An idyllic childhood. Yes. And my mum was always there.